Here we are at the 2009 First Annual Junkyard Games. At the Junkyard Games junk pile, you can find many things used to build your miscellaneous shit. Got wheels with rubbers, without rubbers, of all sorts of sizes from the various bicycles strewn around. We've even got the frames for some bicycles. We've got water boilers, lots and lots of old water heating tanks that you'd find in the basement of your house, some refrigerators, washing machines, dryers, air conditioning units, lots of scrap metal poles, parts of like bed frames, car doors apparently. That one's from a Chevrolet. Oh Jesus, that's not a car door, that's a tailgate. Well, nonetheless, I saw the car door on here too, somewhere. Old swing sets, old lawnmowers, propane tanks. There's a chair up there. Old street signs. This says no parking in the middle of the dump. I don't think you can be able to get a car there. An old Coke machine. More street signs. And here we get to what looks like old sewer pieces and fencing. So you'll never know what you might find, like this for instance. Could kill me because I haven't had a tetanus shot. It looks like an upside down table saw. Instead of using guard dogs at these junkyard games, the only animal I've seen was a stray cat wander through, but in Amsterdam that's nothing different, because the city is full of them. Now, apart from the rusty table saw we found earlier, there's a lot more shit here that could potentially kill me with rust and sharp objects, because I have yet to get a tetanus shot. Such as these rusty nails that would be fed into a nail gun of some sort, which would shoot them, much like a Gatling gun. They're kind of chained together. Here we are back at the far end of the ye old shit pile, and I've made what appears to be a quite useful discovery. Inside of this thing that only God knows what the fuck it's used for is a jack. Now, if that still works and I could find a bar to pry it up with, I can really move through some of this shit. Another hazard I thought of earlier but didn't give much credit to was wasps. I didn't see many out and didn't really think that it would be much of a problem here until I saw this rather large one right here at the edge. So I started climbing in there. There could be huge ones just like underneath shit that I'm stepping on. Here we are at the back entrance to the junkyard. This is far away from where the houses are, where they keep the metal scraps and other miscellaneous electronics and appliances. This is where they keep large piles of sand and where they dig up asphalt. Note how it's got its mud. You got piles of sand, some rock, and if you look way down there, it's basically the parts that would make up asphalt in a giant pile. So that gives us a wide variety of things to choose from. You can go sliding down the sand, the rocks, sledding, play in the mud, with God knows what else is in there. It's kind of hard to see as you go back where one begins and one ends, but here you can tell you got like one ridge, then it goes down right in another ridge. Kind of zoom in. So yeah, there's no telling what treasure lies, there's no telling what treasure waits just over one of these ridges. could spend hours in here looking and find nothing, just to come back and find something. As I was saying, I was just standing right there. Could not see into this gully here, but I spoke of finding treasure. I found a whole pile of old porn. It appears that we found a dollhouse. And here we are back at Porno Bluff with the Christmas tree dump. Oh, Jesus Christ, the wind's blowing the porn. I don't know if the camera's still on at that point or not, but it just turned the page. Dollhouse, the ridge is over there, and the shit pile.